What's weird is I don't know as an entertainer if I'm supposed to log in early, but I know as like a project manager I'm supposed to log in early. Oh, hello, Marissa. Correct. We do have live chat. Um, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I don't have super chats or anything like that open. But the link to the GoFundMe should be in the description. So if you uh, feel like doing anything, oh, so yeah, if you feel like donating more or heckling or anything like that, you can do it in the chat. You can possibly give more money if you have it. I know we're getting our stimulus check. That's $600. It's not enough to fill Nancy Pelosi's freezer full of ice cream, but you know. Oh, so Steve, super chat is something that the kids do now, where they spend way too much money, and phew, it's real dumb. It's a nice way to give someone $20 so that they just read your tweet. It's the dumbest thing. Um, I won't do that, but if you make a donation and leave in the comments, um, and have like a request for a topic that you want to hear something dumb on, I've probably got a joke for it. Shoot, I have to. Yes, this should be on Twitch. I thought YouTube would be slightly more accessible to a more general crowd, but I may migrate over to Twitch. All right, it is 8 o'clock. Thank you, everyone, for all of your love and support. Welcome to all this. Uh, yes, I do accept tokens. That is something that you can tip as well. But I'm very excited that everyone is here. I have been desperately trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty, so I'm very glad that all of you are here right now. Mr. No, they're not. They're not here, Mike. This is stream. It's like a Zoom thing. You can. All right, Mike. Just come on. No, stop, Mike. We got this. Anyways, yeah, thank you all for being here. Thank you for all of the love and support that you've shown so far. Let me do a quick update because we just got a bunch of donations in. So far, we have raised $1,770 for this. I am blown away. I know I talked to Erica earlier. She's stunned. This is going to mean a lot to Rafi and Kyle and Star, who work there as well. They've had they've lost hours because some shows are have been canceled. Yes, Steve, I'm talking to my microphone. Can you not hear me? I don't know what a hand clapping means. You're really throwing me off here. Yes. Thank you, Ryan, for sharing the link. Yeah, I hope this is going to be a fun night for everyone. It's nice to be able to connect with all of you again, and thank you all so much for everything. None of the money I'm keeping, again, it's all going to help support our local comedy club. The Funny Bone has been closed, and I don't think it's reopening, so this will be the last place in Dayton where you can see comedy is Wiley's eventually. Hope everyone's partying tonight. Hope everyone's drinking up. Someone asked me if I was going to get drunk tonight, and I said I can't. I've got miles to go before I sleep. Miles to go before I sleep. That's a Robert Frost poem. Robert Frost has a lot of poems, but I quote the ones less recited, and that's made all the difference. My friend, he's got like long hair and sideburns. He kind of looks like Rene Descartes, and he didn't know who that was either. So he Googles it, and he's like, I think I do look like Rene Descartes. I said, well, if you think you look like Rene Descartes, then you do. I know some people have asked me, is it going to be hard telling jokes for no laughter? And clearly they've never seen my show before. No, this won't be that hard. The worst show I did was actually for Jack's Casino in Cincinnati. It was for the High Rollers. And by high rollers, I mean they had rascal scooters and opioid addictions. So doing jokes for no laughs is much preferable than audible boos from a bunch of grandparents who hate my existence. What can you expect tonight? A lot of goofy stuff, a lot of goofy jokes. You'll probably hear a little ditty about a giant gorilla that plays table tennis with his dick. It's a King Kong Ping Pong Ding Dong Sing Song. Might throw in a few impressions, I have this character that I'm working on. He's a zombie stand-up comedian named Gary Shambling. Great to be here. Eat your wait staff. Nom nom nom. White zombies walk like this. Black zombies walk like this. I'm also probably going to be telling a lot of dad jokes tonight, because I'm a dad myself. Okay, not a lot of reaction from, must be a millennial crowd. Alright, fuck them kids. Don't really fuck them kids. I don't need QAnon on my case. No, I am a father. I make a lot of dad jokes. I think they're called dad jokes because anyone can make them, and you don't have to be good at it. Kind of like being a dad. Kind of like being a dad. I'm kidding. Kind of like being a dad. No, I'm a father of a beautiful baby rabbit named Ted Bunny. That's his name. John Benet Ramsey was my first rabbit. He disappeared, I think. I don't know. He got loose in the basement somewhere. But I've got my rabbit, Ted Bunny. I love him, and I know he loves me, because that's how Stockholm Syndrome works. and he's so cute too. Oh my gosh, I've trained him to take papaya from my mouth. It's so cute. I have to be very careful with how much I give him because rabbits are very prone to diabetes. So worst case scenario, I get 4 new keychains. I came home last week and Ted was coming out of his cage and he was doing just fine. And I noticed he had a little bit of lipstick on his fur. So either my rabbit is cheating on me or he got a job at P&G. There was one time I had an owl babysit my rabbit. That was a real hootenanny. Huh? Dad jokes. All night. Got him. It's tough because I'm supposed to, tell jokes about things like you can relate to, like how men and women are different. And that's going to be really hard for me because I'm gay. And I don't know anything about women. Like, do they get pregnant when you push them up the stairs? Like, I understand the reciprocal. Some of you may not understand reciprocal. Okay, well, strap in. That's how tonight's going. Whole lot of artsy, not enough fartsy. Ladies, if you shave your pubes into a Hitler stash, do you call it Mein Cunt? Is it a Klittler? I don't know. But that joke was brought to you by Manscaped. The Lawnmower 3.0 will give your balls the smoothest shave. Balls so smooth you'll say, Hail Mary, full of grace, Lord be with thee when you touch them. And if you use the promo code Barry Crimmins, you'll get a free nose and ear hair trimmer with your order. I don't actually have sponsors. I'm so used to YouTube having these commercials. I felt like I needed to work them in as well. What else is going on? What else besides no audience and live streaming? I guess the other thing that makes comedy really hard right now is that free speech is under attack. I guess. I don't know. I think that's what they're yelling underneath their hoods. They were waving the Confederate flag because they were wearing the surrender flag. Like, I don't know if free speech is under attack. I do know that everyone says that if I don't love America, I should leave it. He is really upset over their statues of guys that didn't love America and literally tried to leave it. Yeah. If you want the South to rise again, maybe throw it in a cave for 3 days. And see, this is where it sucks. Because it's fun to watch me tell jokes, but it's more fun to watch people react to my jokes. Like, if you see me live, the best seat in the house is behind the old white people. It's like you're getting 2 shows for 1. It's not fun watching water boil, but I love watching snowflakes melt down. Holy shit. Yeah, so, like, the thing that they're mad at now is Colin Kaepernick's not being patriotic enough. Well, here's the thing. You can go to the store now and get American flag underwear. And depending on who's wearing it, I may stand or I may kneel. And either way, as soon as those panties hit the floor, you gotta burn them. So, so they're mad. Like, the national anthem is where they've decided to draw the line. After everything that's gone on in football, right? We spent an entire season arguing over Tom Brady's balls. And like, Tom Brady has gotten away with so much cheating, he could probably stab his ex-wife and steal his own memorabilia and get away with it. And before that, we had Michael Sams, the first openly gay football player who couldn't find a team because he'd be a distraction in the locker room. Well, then just let him go shower in the other team's locker room. Like, let him distract them, right? And then you've got Aaron Hernandez, Michael Vick, Ben Roethlisberger. Like, it's to the point where people ask me, who am I rooting for on Sundays? I tell them it's the families and victims of the players. And I still don't understand why every Sunday people are giving billions of dollars to a racist, homophobic, science-denying institution that celebrates rapists and murderers when football's just way more entertaining than church. So that joke doesn't go over well in Indiana, surprisingly. I did a show in Indiana once, which I know I should have known better. I needed the money, but like, if you've never driven to Indiana, the first thing that happens when you hit the border is there's a big billboard that says Indiana, the crossroads of America. As you start driving, it's just giant crosses on the sides of the road of America. Yeah. They either hate abortion or they're bad drivers. I'm not sure which. My favorite billboard in Indiana says, "Who is Jesus?" And I said, "That's correct, you have control of the board." Right, because Jesus is the answer, but every answer must be in the form of a question. So, pick a category, Indiana. Not science. Fucking nailing it. So I'm driving downtown. I drive past the Indianapolis Farmers Coliseum, which I guess is where you watch Indianapolis farmers fight to the death. And I get on stage, I start doing my routine. And like, I stared into the audience, and the audience stared back at me. And neither of us liked what we saw. There was a woman who took a phone call in the middle of the show. This other guy yelled out, "I didn't pay to hear all this gay shit." I'm like, well, I don't have any jokes about being married or having kids, and that's kind of on you, the voters. So, at one point, this table of elderly women pulled out yarn and started knitting in the middle of the show. Just going to town on their little scarves and sweaters, and made a rookie mistake. I wanted to engage the audience. I was like, okay, knitters, please. And they got very upset with me. And I didn't mean anything by it. You know, like, my grandma crochets, and she hates knitters. But I don't have any problem with them. So, this one lady, I think her name was Pearl, she just starts yelling at me. She's like, "That's not funny. Sounds like you're saying the N-word." I'm like, well, you're stupid. Knitter starts with a K. K, lady. What are they teaching you in the Indiana public schools? So I get off stage, I go to the bathroom, and I like using the small urinals because it makes my dick look bigger. And then the door flies open, and this guy yells, "Oh shit, he's gonna rape me." Well, now I'm scared. Like, because now I have to stop a rapist with my dick out. And at some point, I'm going to get a fear boner. And that's where I go from being the hero to being a monster. So, I look around. It's just me. Like, I don't know what about this gives off a rapey view. Like, I'm not wearing a Steelers jersey or a Cosby sweater. You know, like, I like some guys. I don't like every guy forcibly. Like, I'll be hanging out with, like, a lot of my friends. We'll play video games, and then, like, after the third glass of wine, I might ask him, you want to get Roadhead playing Mario Kart? And I'll be like, well, first off, it's called Toadhead. And second of all, no thanks. And then we just go back to being dudes, right? But if you're a guy that gets weirded out when another guy hits on you, now you know how every woman you've ever talked to feels like. So, shut up and drink that beer I got you, Daryl. I know you're watching. Like, I'm not saying Daryl's a snack. He's more like a Golden Corral buffet, you know? Kind of trashy, but I've let him wreck my butthole. So at the end of the night, the manager takes me back and lets me know that I'm fired. Like, I'm not finished out the rest of the weekend. And I'm like, okay, so, like, what happened? He goes, well, that's because my audience doesn't agree with you. Doesn't mean that they're stupid. And it kind of does, right? Because, like, I didn't choose to be gay. I just chose to be honest about it, right? Because, like, if I could choose to be straight, I totally would, right? Because if I was straight, it'd be so much easier to get laid by gay dudes. So I leave, and I get this idea that I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get revenge on him, right? Like, I'm going to get myself a fake name, wink. I'll go back to their open mic, and I'll just do, like, my most liberal material, right? I mean, they gave us Mike Pence for 4 years. I can ruin their night. So, and I figure, while all this is going on, they'll kick me off stage. I'll call the ACLU, and then while Rachel Maddow and Huffington Post are interviewing me and wondering, what did I say that was so offensive? I'd say, well, if you really want to know, you can find it on my debut album, Too Soon, available on iTunes and Amazon. I'm a whore for publicity. So I get everything. I get ready. I drive out to Indianapolis. I walk up to the front door. And I can't do it. Well, they were closed. Yeah, it turns out that Crackers hadn't been paying their rent for the last 18 months. And they got evicted. And I know when that guy fired me, I know he prayed that he'd never have to see me again. And he prayed that he'd never have to hear that gay shit on his stage anymore. You know what, folks? God listened. Yeah. God didn't take away the gays, he took away his stage. Because that's what happens when you pray with hate in your hearts. So, you know, that's when I started believing in God because I lost my faith in humanity. And I became an ordained minister. Yeah. It's true. I am an ordained minister, so everything that I've told you is 100% tax exempt. And you can become an ordained minister too. In fact, you could sign up at Skillshare.com to start your journey. They can teach you all kinds of classes that you might want to do. You could develop your artistic skills, or learn how to criticize someone else's on social media, you miserable little prick. If you sign up now with using the promo code banned from Crackers, you can get my class for free, where I'll teach you how to bottom for your stupid fucking opinions. Yeah, so that's true. I am a minister. I don't know. Maybe I'm a good one. I don't know. Like, I'm not a religious person, but I do love talking to people about comic books. So I feel like that's close. Right? Like, for God so loved the world that he blew up the planet Krypton and sent his only begotten son to fight for truth, justice, and the American way. I quote Batman movies the way most Christians quote the Bible. Right? Only the parts I like and completely out of context. Yeah. Where's Rachel? She doesn't know. Yeah. If you haven't already, please set your cats to the silent or vibrate position. Now, like, here's the thing. I don't think I've said anything as a minister that's more ridiculous than what anyone else has said as a minister. Like back in 2015, when gay marriage was legalized, Brian Fisher said on his radio show that was the day that the twin towers of truth and righteousness were brought down by moral jihadists. Yeah, like that was his 9 a lesbian or something. Yeah, pretty sure love can't melt steel beams. And it's just love, right? I don't understand. At the same time that gay marriage is legalized and everyone's losing their shit over it, you could go to Pizza Hut and get a pizza with hot dogs in the crust. Okay, now that's the abomination, right? That's going against our traditional American values. You mean to tell me I can have wieners in my crust, but I can't have wieners in my buns? What kind of world? It's Adam and Eve, not Adam and pizza. And even if it was Adam and Eve, pretty sure they got the same dad. So, you know, not kink shaming or anything. But if you are into some kink, you can go to adamandeve.com, get a gift for him and a gift for her. If you use the promo code Pizza Wiener, you can get a free butt plug with your next purchase, right? Because love's love, a hole's a hole. Do what you love, folks. Have you guys ever asked someone like, "Hey, how's it going?" And they're like, "Nothing." And you get real confused because you're pretty sure that's not the answer to that question. Yeah, that's how I feel about creationism. Yeah, so, like, the Bible's got a lot of the right ideas. They just don't have the science to go with it, right? Like, Big Bang Theory, Let There Be Light. Where I start to get lost is in Genesis 1:25, God makes man and woman. But then in Genesis 2, Adam's walking around, frustrated that he can't suck his own dick. So God has one of his ribs removed. And when that doesn't work, God turns that rib into a woman. Now, if he had made Eve first, she'd have known how to finish herself off, and none of us would be here. So really, like, ladies, you're the heroes here. But then in Genesis 2, they Adam and Eve go on like begetting and begetting and begetting and begetting. And they make no reference to the first woman God made in Genesis 1:25. Now, science can trace our RNA all the way back to one woman in Africa. And the Bible is trying to tell us that the first woman God made was black. Because she's been missing for at least 6,000 years, and no one seems to care. yeah, black lives still matter. Yeah. People are looking for Amelia Earhart, and that's a classic white girl gone missing. And they're only looking for Carmen Sandiego because the bitch stole something. Yeah, strap in. This is now where you're like, huh, I wonder why Brent wasn't more successful as a comedian. Who, buddy? We're in for some fun now. A little bit more about me. I am recently orphaned. My mom and dad called me the other day, and I was like, Mom, Dad, is that you? And the Ouija board moved to yes? Yeah, I lost both my parents this year. Not to coronavirus. It was margarita madness. There was nothing happy about that Monday between 4 and 6. Mom had osteoporosis that led to an opioid addiction. Dad had blood cancer. I didn't know what that was either. Apparently it destroys your kidneys and your immune system. So it's a lot like my dad had AIDS without all the fun of getting AIDS. It's, man. So on top of all the emotional fallout, had to deal with the insurance companies too. And, like, I was told all year that we can't have Medicare for all because people like their insurance companies. I feel like those people have never had to use their insurance. Because did you know that Cobra, the ruthless terrorist organization bent on world domination, also sells health insurance? And probably the hardest thing that I had to do was sign their do not resuscitate. Yeah, I don't need therapy. I'm an artist. So we're going to get through this. Like, I didn't want to sign it because I was thinking about all the things that they'd miss. You know, like my mom would never get to see her cats again. My dad wouldn't get to see another baseball game. They wouldn't get to see me get married. Hell, I probably won't see me get married. I'm lucky the CDC says glory holes count for social distancing. Mask for mask, right, fellas? Glory holes, or you may know them scientifically as Schrodinger's blowjob, because there simultaneously is, and definitely is not, a woman on the other side of that hole. Yeah, so, like, I didn't want my parents to die, but then I thought about every day how they live in so much pain. And I remember they said they were going to vote for Trump. And I thought, well, there's no use in all of us suffering. So I don't think of it as losing my parents, but gaining Democratic votes. Twice in some states. So yeah, it's this orphan life is it's new to me. Trying to get used to it, you know. Been sweeping a lot of chimneys, picking pockets. I went to say harder, Daddy, and it just came out. Please, sir, can I have some more? I thought now that I've got dead parents, like, this would be like my Batman moment, you know. It's not. I didn't get superpowers or a lot of money or anything like that. I mean, we were so poor growing up that we had to play Dungeons or Dragons. So, I have a gun, 2 cats, and a lot of Oxycontin. So I'm not a Batman. I'm a Tiger King. That's what I am. So I guess bring on the street boys, right? Man, if you have to date guys, don't. It's awful. One thing I've learned about guys is they get real excited when they send you a picture and you tell them where you're going to put it. Right? So I was there. I was on a site, and there was there's an error uploading my profile picture. So now it just says attachment unavailable. That's probably the most accurate way to put myself out there. So I'm on there, and this guy sends me a picture of his dick. No hello, just picture of his junk, and asks me, what am I looking for? Okay, well, first off, his dick had so much foreskin, it looked like his boner was trying to sell me used cars. It was like, let's see what we can put you into. No credit, no problem. It was gross. It was real gross. Saying about what am I looking for? Counter space. That's what I'm looking for. I'd like a guy with a nice kitchen. I sent him a picture of my air fryer. Like, well, where can I put this big thing? I mean, I've already got an original Nintendo that I have to blow if I want it to work. Kind of looking for someone that's got their shit together. But like, if you do have to date guys, date nerds. I think nerds are probably like the best guys that you can find on the planet, right? Because like, here's the thing: if you want to be treated like a princess, you need to find a guy that thinks he's an elf wizard, right? Like, you need a guy whose idea of cheating is up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, select, start. And if you're bisexual, there's always Aquaman. He's got a wiener and he smells like fish, so you kind of get like the best of both worlds there. Well, like I said, I have a gun. Not on me right now. Yeah, I'm not trying to get a haircut or anything. But yeah, I have a gun. I remember back when kids were in school, it seemed like every day I was getting into an argument with somebody. Like, someone would say, those kids wouldn't have got shot if they had guns. Because the only way to stop a bad gun with a gun is a good gun with a gun. Because guns don't guns. And that's like America's solution to everything, right? Like, if there's a problem, just more of it. Ugh. Right, because like, when my dad caught me smoking, he made me smoke the entire pack of cigarettes. And when he found out I was gay, I had to suck all the dicks, right? Like, I learned it by watching you. And then the part that I don't understand, is, the good guy with the gun stopping the bad guy with the gun. Like, I don't understand that correlation. Right, because like, at Fort Hood, 17 people died in Fort Hood. A U.S. military base is literally where all the good guys with guns are, and 17 people died. Or one guy stopped 17 bad guys. I don't know, because I don't understand the logic or the correlation. Like, and now, to protect our kids in the bathroom, they're trying to ban transgender people. So arm the teachers, ban the transgender people. Like, I don't understand that, because you would think the only way to keep our kids safe in the bathroom from the bad transgender people is to put good transgender people in the bathrooms. Right? And you can't tell me that transgender people are perverts when you're uploading your gun videos to Pornhub. Right? Because that's not what I mean by barely legal teen takes shot to the face. Like, that's not what I want to see. Like, and then when people say, like, well, legislation is not going to fix anything. Here's the thing. Words are way more powerful than guns. Right? If you don't believe me, I bet I could get everyone in here, well, everyone watching, to do whatever I want, as long as there's a nice beat to it. Right? We'll put on the cha-cha slide, y'all will line up, right? And we'll slide to the left, and slide to the right. Everybody stab your friends. Ring, 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 ring. Yeah, words are weapons. They were way more powerful. That's why free speech was in the First Amendment, and guns were in the Second. Words are so powerful. China's banned puns. Yeah, it sounds like a shitty setup. It is absolutely true. Puns do not promote traditional Chinese values. But they're also cracking down on government criticism by making sure that words are being used for the way that they're intended. So I got on Twitter to take to my own form of internet activism, or as I like to call it, inactivism. And I tweeted at China that their air is so polluted that their once white clouds are now Beijing. Yep. So guess who's not going to China anymore? Nope. I am a wanton criminal. And if you're wondering, how have I evaded capture? It's because I've been masking my IP address with NordVPN. That's right. This whole time I've been streaming from Skyrim with the rest of the Nords. And if you sign up now using promo code FUSRODA, you can get your first 3 months free. Because you have shinies if you have malwares. That's the dumbest fucking joke. I'm embarrassed of that. Let's do a quick check-in on how we're doing. Holy crap. Thank you, folks. We are up to $1,851 on the GoFundMe. I'm stunned. Y'all are killing it. So thank you very, very much. I mean, it means a lot to me because Wiley's is where I got started. It's been, my home away from home. It means a lot to everyone else all the other comics who get to go here and work on their craft. I mean, it's a lot to, the staff. They're our second family. They put up with all of our bullshit. Oh gosh, Bacon. Okay. Bacon over here is probably going to start bathing, so grab a bucket and a mop. Yep. Oh my gosh. Shh. Okay. Shh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You may have too much. Okay. I'm trying to, be a little bit better in my life. I'm going to need to go on some sort of diet when we can get outside again. I tried doing the paleo diet and that didn't work for me. So now I'm on the Jurassic diet, which is where I just eat the rich white people that land on my island. Eating the rich is how Steven Tyler has stayed thin for so long. Bacon says, "Hi, Amelia." But yeah, I'm trying to be a better person. Trying to learn and be better every day. I'm learning to be a feminist. 'Cause I'm not a woman, so I don't know what those experiences are. So I'm listening. I'm learning. I didn't even know what rape culture was until I saw Sleeping Beauty. And now I'm trying to kiss all the guys to get them woke. Right? It's her neck, her back, her body, and her choice. Right? Yeah. And when I say I support women, I support all women, right? Even trans women, because again, that's not. I don't have those experiences, so I don't know what that's like. I can't make any judgments on that. Like when I was younger, I thought I was Kitty Pryde, but that was just a phase. Yeah, the nerd cuts are the deepest. But yeah, like my thing, whoever you are, I just want to support you in being the best you that you can be. Like, I did a show, and this person told me she was a woman, and I believed her, right? Because I watched her get drunk, interrupt a comedy show, and make it all about her, right? It wasn't her birthday. She wasn't even getting married the next day. She was just a cunt, and so brave. It's so brave, and that a great woman. I'm so happy for her. Like if you were to tell me that you are part water elemental, I will accept that your gender is literally fluid. That's not my experience. And like I'm proud to support my friend who identifies as Christmas music as a proud Trans-Siberian Orchestra. And this is where I'm watching the views go down. Topical humor is in the news. Let's talk about that while it's still relevant. Brexit is finalized, so that means England has successfully taken back their country while still owning two more. I don't know how that works. And I guess now the American insurance industry wants to replace Britain's National Health Service. But here's the thing. The British people don't want our insurance. Do you understand how bad something from another country has to be for the British not to claim it for their own? And then I heard, I learned the other day that there's a new super spreader version of COVID that they've discovered in England. And I thought, well, we should be fine as long as they don't decide to start exploring again. And 3 days later, they discovered it in Colorado. So I've already killed that joke. So wear a mask, people. Wear a mask. Stay socially distant. Take this shit seriously. I'm a white guy in front of YouTube. I feel like I can rant for a minute here. I don't know if you've seen like the post going around. A woman in Butler County, a politician in Butler County, shared it, where oxygen was like the most pure element. It comes from oxy, of like God, and gen for Genesis, and therefore when you wear the mask, you're breathing in carbon dioxide, and carbon, being the sixth element, is the devil's element. Never minding the fact that the beast wasn't even a thing until after the universe and man was created, and all the like we've been living long enough with what I feel like is this doomsday cult. Like, I play a lot of Call of Cthulhu. I know about cultists trying to usher in doomsday. With all these fucking people wanting to have this doomsday mentality, who don't give a shit about the planet, who don't give a shit about COVID. They think they don't care because they think that that God's going to come back and He's going to call them home. If you think that and you're still here, maybe you're not fucking getting in. Thank you for letting me have my public service announcement. Do another quick check. Alright, we are up to 1,901. So, we are almost matching the Trump-Sanders stimulus checks, guys. This is pretty amazing. I am so incredibly proud of all of you. Y'all throwing me up. See, this is... Here's the thing. This is the best way to heckle comedians, is because we're so used to being shit on our entire lives, that when like you yell out bad stuff and try to argue with us, it throws, like, we're ready for that. If you're nice to us, that throws us way further off than anything else. Here's some other thing. We're kind of like, I've hit like this weird thing, like when I was putting the show together, I found all these jokes that I just don't know where to put them. 'Cause we sat through, enough of this tonight. You kind of get the idea that I'm pretty ranty and preachy. So I just have all these one-liners, so I'm just going to like fire them off, because I don't know where else to put them. Have you ever tried putting glasses on a bear? It's a grisly spectacle. Gambit's powers. Gambit from the X-Men, my favorite X-Man. He makes explosions using the potential energy stored in items. So imagine how much bigger the explosions would be. Like, if instead of playing cards, he threw things with even more unused potential. Like film degrees. Avengers Endgame was fun. Seeing half of everything disappear reminded me of the Taco Bell menu. I'm glad that Thanos isn't gay, because I don't think the universe would have survived 3 snaps. Magic the Gathering is a very old game. Very old. In fact, when my grandpa played Magic the Gathering, Black Mana had to go in a separate pool. Let's see. I feel like this requires a little bit of a visual aid here. So, anyone that knows me knows that I love professional wrestling. It is my favorite thing. What I really love is like how like oddly progressive pro wrestling has become recently. For example, Tessa Blanchard has been like the first female world champion. Yep, she beat all the dudes to do it. They suplexed her through the glass ceiling and made her the world champion. They didn't call her the heavyweight champion, because that's not what you do to a lady. But one of the things that the WWE wanted to do was have a proud gay character. And I love me, they wanted Finn Balor to do it, and I love me some Finn Balor. Let me get him into, I don't know if you can see him here or not. Here's the thing, I've been watching a lot of Finn Balor matches, and so my potassium level has just bottomed out. So I went to go eat a banana, which just reminded me of Finn Balor. So, Potassium bottom out again. It's a vicious cycle. So anyways, they wanted Finn Balor to play like this strong gay character because they thought it, would be inspiring. But Finn is straight, of course, and they thought that having Finn Balor pretend to be a gay character would rub the gay community the wrong way. And let me tell you, any way he wants to rub the gay community is not wrong. No. He could give hand jobs like he's opening a jar of pickles and I wouldn't care. He can twist it, bang it on the counter. Have Luke Gallows do it. I don't care. I'm all for it. And I know I shit on football earlier. I'm not big into sports ball. There is one athlete that I absolutely love. He's just the greatest athlete of all time, Bo Jackson. Right? He played baseball and football. He's like the best athlete ever. He's like the Michael Jordan of baseball. If Michael Jordan never played baseball, so good. He should be in the Hall of Fame, but he's not because here's what's bullshit. So he didn't play long enough to generate the numbers to make it into the Hall of Fame, which I don't think is fair. Because people celebrate how great Kurt Cobain is, but would they celebrate Kurt Cobain if he was in Foo Fighters? I don't think that's great. But yeah, Bo Jackson, my God, legendary person up until he went to Cincinnati and had a career-ending injury, and I think that's why I like Bo Jackson so much because I was also ruined when I went to Cincinnati pursuing my goals as well. But you may remember Bo Jackson from his Nike campaign where he knew all the sports, like Bo knows baseball, Bo knows basketball, Bo knows football, and Bo knows tennis. But after his career-ending injury, a lot of people don't realize this. Bo Jackson got into music thanks to his friend Bo Diddley, and there was no music that Bo Jackson couldn't play. Yeah. Bo knows the Go-Go's, Bo knows Toto, Bo knows Casey and JoJo. Bo Jackson is even familiar with the eccentric jazz stylings of John Lennon's widow. Yeah, Bo knows Yoko Ono's oboe solos. Oh, good. Someone else. Well, I'm glad it no, not BoJack Horseman. You goof. I mean, he's good too, but he's no Bo Jackson. Alright, we are up to 1,926. Y'all, this is absolutely amazing. Thank you all so much for tuning in, for sitting through this. This is overwhelming. I'm glad that we can kind of go out on 2020 on a bit of a high note. It's been a incredibly rough year for all of us. In fact, I almost canceled tonight. Because yesterday my dog died. And what's worse is it's kind of my fault. 'Cause I didn't know he had a peanut allergy. Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? And I know he's up there right now playing with John Bonet. That was the rabbit from my first joke. But at least he died doing something that I love. And that's what really matters. Alright. That's all that I've got prepared, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I'll keep the GoFundMe up. Probably up through tonight. We'll see if we can get up to 2,000. Again, I cannot thank you enough. When it's safe to travel again, I will hug all of you. I will probably grab some of your butts. Yeah. Thank you again, everyone. Have a good night.